Welcome. What you don't see coming is today's time. Let's pick a card. Today we have three options. Option 1, the heart of the sky on the left. Option 2, the council in the middle. And option 3, the hummingbird on the right hand side. Take a deep breath with me. Timestamps are in the description box. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose the heart of sky. This is going to be your reading about what you don't see coming. The number 24 could be relevant, as well as the number 6. So the heart of sky has to do with giving expression to inspired ideas that are inspired from the heart space. But these ideas are not just inspired from the heart space, they're divinely inspired ideas to manifest them into form. It has to do with creation and creating from the heart space. Creating from a place of love, doing something you love, motivated by love. Especially with the number 6 being the number of Venus, the planet of love and prosperity. So, signs associated to Venus, typically Taurus and Libra, so those could be somewhere strongly in your chart: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. Letting go. What don't you see coming? Okay, something about letting go. Now we have the number 26. 2 plus 6 is an 8. Letting go to be on the path towards something stable and prosperous. The word prosperity is coming through very strongly. Prosperity coming from the heart, being driven by your heart to achieve prosperity. But this involves letting go of something, or some circumstance, or something. This thing could be many things. It could be circumstances, ideas, belief systems, people, places, situations. Letting go of something that you may be holding on to very strongly, that is getting in your way right now, getting in the way of you being able to access this prosperity. (24, 26) progress, jumping 2 numbers from 24 to 26. The number 2 could be relevant here as well, because 24 to 26, that's the number 2. And we do have the number 2 on both these cards. Angel number 22. Being on the right path. What don't you see coming? We have the mirror. So the mirror is the number 68, could be relevant, the number 68, as well as the number 14 and the number 5, change. Something is being mirrored back to you, and it's from the universe. It's not from a person. The universe is speaking to you through your intuition, through your feelings, through your heart, and it's reflecting something. It's probably showing you something about an illusion that you've been holding on to. So letting go of an illusion. Letting go of an illusion. It's also about pure awareness. It's about witnessing your deeper self. And in witnessing your deeper self, there's a realization that you don't see coming, that there's something you need to let go of that is not aligned with this newfound awareness. Maybe what's been moving you has been something to do with comparison or other people's belief systems. And it's like there's a waking up to the fact that you don't necessarily align with these beliefs. That you've been looking for answers outside of yourself, or you've been getting answers from outside of yourself. And the universe is reflecting something to you, or will be reflecting something that will be undeniable about who you truly are on a deeper level. Because you may realize that you've just been scratching the surface when it comes to you, and there's something you're going to learn about yourself that is misaligned with something outside of you in your current circumstances. And it's about making the changes with that number 5 there to then align. But this involves letting go of something to align with what truly moves you. And because of that, there's an opportunity coming your way. First of all, the opportunity to acknowledge this, to see it first and foremost, then to acknowledge it. And once you do let go of certain things, once you do acknowledge what's going on for you and who you are on a deeper level at your core, who you are on a soul level, the right opportunities start coming your way. But this is a window of opportunity, meaning what you don't see coming is a window of opportunity. So this, when we talk about windows of opportunity, these are windows that open and close depending on the currents, right? Like depending on whether it's windy or not. If it's not windy, the window may remain open, but if there's wind created between one window and another, there's one window that's going to shut, or both of them. So it's like, it could be a fleeting opportunity, so you're going to have to be able to identify it and be ready for it. But to be ready for it, you're going to have to be ready to let go of something, and you're going to have to be aligned and see your depth very, very clearly so that you can jump on this opportunity before that window closes. This is an opportunity to collaborate with someone, to synergize your talents maybe, to get assistance where you need it, to create something, develop something, be welcomed somewhere. To create new possibilities. But you're going to have to take this opportunity before it disappears. So it's not going to be there for a very long time. So if this is important to you, if this is very, very aligned with who you are at your depths, and if you really want this opportunity, you're going to have to take it when it's there, because you don't know how long it's going to be there for, if that makes sense. So it's not something that you can ponder on for a very, very long time. So the message here is get ready to ponder on everything before this window of opportunities presents itself. Okay, we have the Magician. Yes. So it has something to do clearly with something that you've manifested. And the Magician is all about new beginnings. So you may have manifested something new in every single realm of your life. There could be some Gemini here in your chart, or Virgo, because the Magician is connected to both those signs. It's clearly something you've manifested, but sometimes people do manifest things that they don't really prepare themselves to receive, or they're not ready to experience. So again, you may want something, but deep down you may not be ready, or your soul may be deeply connected to something, but your 3D ego, material self, is not letting go of some things that you need to be able to experience your manifestation. 2 of Wands. This is something you planned, and there's further plans that need to be made. But this is something you definitely manifested. You definitely seem to have planned for. So you know what it is. You don't see the opportunity coming, but you know what your plan is. And it has something to do possibly with a reconciliation, or bringing something back and doing something you've always wanted to do ever since you were a child or for a very long time. This could involve someone from your past, someone from a past life, someone you've known for a very long time, or maybe someone you've even known from childhood. So it's whatever your manifestation and your plan is connected to, either reconciliation, doing something since you've always wanted to do since you were a child, or involving someone you've known for a very long time, or who is like a sort of a soulmate. I'm seeing a raccoon here. I am seeing, is this a raccoon? I think so. I'm seeing a lion and a lioness. I'm seeing two elephants here. So I'm seeing Northern America and I'm seeing Africa here. So those could be references for you. 8 of Wands. This is coming a lot quicker than you think. It's going to be a matter of 8 days to 8 weeks. It could involve air travel. When it comes, it's going to come very quickly and it's going to go very quickly again. 8 of Wands is very fast energy. So I think this is an eagle. So like the eagle, you have to have a bird's eye view to be able to spot the opportunity. So you have to be highly aware of who you are, what you truly want to your core, so that when the right opportunity that is aligned with all of that comes around, you are able to spot it immediately and take action immediately. So ask yourself now, how can I be prepared to take action if this were to come for me in the next 8 days to 8 weeks? And again, go by the shortest time frame. Go, just trust on the 8 days. And really, those 8 days, there's a lot that you can accomplish in terms of being ready for this, but you need to be predisposed. You need to be proactive, and you need to want this, truly. So the next 8 days, I feel, get ready. I don't know in what shape or form. I don't know if it's saving money, working on your body, resting up, drinking water. It could be as simple as this, or it could be something as decluttering, taking care of a passport, right? Cleaning. It could be something very simple, but you know, in your day, if you're not working, or if you're working or whatever, or your spare time, I'm sure you're going to find time for this, because this is a big deal. It seems to be a big deal. The Empress, this is going to set you up for life in more ways than one, okay? It's definitely going to put you in the right direction, but again, you have to be ready for this. Again, Taurus and Libra energy coming through very strongly in this reading, along with, of course, Gemini and Virgo here. This opportunity could be anything. It's your manifestation. And it puts you in a position of sovereignty. It puts you in a position of stability, comfortability, being supported, being abundant, being prosperous, being loved, all those things, right? So whatever that means for you, it seems like within the next 8 days to 8 weeks, and again, count on 8 days. 8 weeks is stretching it, but it's still possible that it will happen until then. 8 weeks is what? 2 months? So between 1 week and 2 months, right? This is happening here. For some of you, it's a pregnancy. For others of you, it's a job opportunity. For others of you, it's a love opportunity. Again, remember, it's your manifestation. It's your plan, right? I do believe for most of you, you are going to be ready for this. You have already let go of a lot of things. You have already prepared in some way. But if not, you got 8 days to 2 months to get this done. And I would do most of it in the next 8 days. Because, yeah, the window of opportunity could be open. Could be opening in 8 days and closing in 2 months. So that gives you an idea. The more you can do in 8 days, just do it. And you know, when that window of opportunity opens, you're going to feel the pressure, but you're going to have some extra time, let's say a month and a half, to really, before it closes again, right? So there you go. Nothing is yet set in stone. Maybe you think this opportunity was never coming and that was set in stone, or other things were set in stone, but you still have an opportunity to turn your life around to manifest this. But if you're struggling with believing, and that's the only thing missing, it's once in a blue moon opportunity coming. I don't think this opportunity is going to come again very soon, to be honest, with this once in a blue moon here. Maybe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's one of those things where you really have to jump on it before it passes. Anyway, it seems to be around the next full moon. Okay, the next full moon is going to be significant. It's a timeless reading, so regardless of when you're watching it, it's for you. All that you may be lacking right now is faith. So don't lose faith, because this reading is coming in to remind you that your manifestation is going to happen very soon. Are you going to take it, or are you going to leave it? The first thing you have to do right now is work through your fears. If anything, I feel that's the only thing you have to do, because fear is the only thing getting in your way of believing in this. Fear that it may not work out, fear that you may be delusional, fear that this may be an illusion, fear that other people may get in the way, fear that you won't be able to let go of something, fear that, blah, blah, blah. You could have a moon in Scorpio or some placement in Scorpio. New moon in Scorpio could be very significant here as well to opening a new cycle for you, and that is around the last week of October. So again, depending on when you're watching this, related or unrelated, what you need to do right now is work through your fears. Whatever is limiting you, the thing that is limiting you the most, I would say, or could limit you and letting this opportunity go by, would only be your fears. So your mind could be your own worst enemy if you don't work on getting rid of those fears right now. I do have an affirmation meditation to raise your vibration here on the channel. Nothing better to get rid of fear than working on positive affirmation. So if you need help with that, jump on it right now. Listen to it as many times as you can. I'm going to leave it as a suggestion in a little box you can click on. And even maybe in my community page today, because I feel this is pressing. If you had more, like if you had like 7 weeks, which, again, goes to those 2 months, which maybe you do, I would say do it mornings and night times every day for 7 weeks. But now that I feel that you really need to get there quicker, I would say listen to it more often in a day. Affirmation meditation to raise your vibration. And if you're struggling with self-concept issues, there's also a guided meditation to improve your self-concept that is here on the channel. I'm also going to suggest that one, okay? Springtime. Oh yeah, well look, if you're in the northern hemisphere especially, but again, if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the same. It's spring somewhere, right? I would say between March 21st, March, April, May, June, and June 21st, or if you're watching this months after I upload this is going to be between September 21st and December 21st, okay? But I feel for most of you, it's going to be the springtime in the northern hemisphere, even if you're in the southern hemisphere, okay? And that's coming up in the next 2 months, really. Like, what day is it today that I am uploading this? January 25th. So that's smack on 2 months. And it says your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Some flowers do bloom in winter, in some cases, somewhere, or in autumn. It depends, I think. There are some flowers that stay bloomed, that resist the winter as well. So if you have any knowledge around flowers and you want to share it in the comment section, go ahead and do that. But again, I think your message has been delivered. And again, if you're in a place where there is no spring, near the equator, where you have the monsoons, then of course this spring doesn't apply to you, but it does in a way, because springs also signify new beginnings here. And this new moon in Scorpio in the southern hemisphere is in springtime. So again, the shortest for most of you it's going to be 8 days. For a lot of you it's going to be 2 months, but for some of you it's going to be around November or late October. I would say late October, which is mid-spring in the southern hemisphere. So get ready, guys. That is your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you. Let me know how this resonated for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel, helps bring you more. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye. Welcome everyone who chose this beautiful card, the Council. The number 11 could be relevant. So let's see what you don't see coming. So the Council are the luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. So I feel what you don't see coming are downloads from the higher realms, from this council that you happen to be a part of, but you're doing your job on earth now. You're playing your role inside this council, but physically you're embodied here on earth. The council. November could be significant. 11 days, 11 weeks, 11 months could be significant. The 11th of a month. Downloads. So what you don't see coming is information through your crown chakra in the form of intuition. Claircognizance, okay? Strong claircognizance. The expansion of your psychic gift of claircognizance. Loads of downloads from the higher realms through your crown chakra. Information from the council. So it's about your next steps here on earth to fulfill this mission. Whatever that means for you. And then you have Phoenix rising. Oh yeah, the number 32 is a victory, it's winning. 3 plus 2 is a change. So there's a change that is divinely guided by this council. So maybe you've been like a sleeper cell agent for this council for quite some time, where not much seemed to be going on in your life. Maybe you took a lot of hits in your life. Maybe you needed to get yourself back up and heal. But now it's like, now's your time. It's your time to step up. It's your time to be activated. You're about to be activated by your council with information to make changes and fulfill your mission here on earth, basically. And a lot of people who maybe thought you were down and out, you were never going to be anybody, or you were a failure, maybe you saw yourself this way. You're about to prove yourself and other people wrong. You're going to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. Bigger and brighter than before, okay? Why? It's not just so that you can shine and it's all for you. No, it's so that you can attract people with your light, or attract the tools you need for your mission, or the support, or whatever it is. So I feel with this energy, you're going to be attracting in a lot of people, opportunities. You're going to be invited somewhere, or you're going to feel free to move around depending on what your situation is. But there's going to be a change here. What don't you see coming? Gnosis. Yeah, knowledge, of course. Knowledge, of course. The number 75 could be relevant, which is a 12 and a 3. It's to make progress, okay, with some mission here. Knowledge to make progress. And you know, this is not the kind of knowledge that is found in facts and figures and scholarly books, library shelves, or maybe even, you know, the internet. This is true knowledge. This is knowledge from the timeless universe, from the higher realms. This is the mystery, the knowledge that isn't easily unveiled. This is the kind of knowledge that you can only find through your intuition, through downloads. It's not through over-intellectualizing or literalizing or finding it in books. No, it's just something you just know, right? There's no reason why you should know this. There is nothing you found in books that would set you on this path, but it's a higher knowing. It's divine knowledge, right? It's a mystic truth that is coming through you so that you can make changes and fulfill a mission here on earth and guide others. but it's a knowledge that is imparted to you. Maybe other people will have the same knowledge and have the same mission you do, but I feel wherever you are, whatever your sphere of action is, that's where you will impact people, whether it's online or physically, it doesn't matter. Whoever revolves around your sphere in one way or another, knowingly or not, intentionally or not, is going to benefit from this knowledge. That's the people you're going to be inspiring here. The numinous, yes, you're going to have access to some form of mystery that most people don't. And you're meant to impart that wisdom in a way that will be communicated to you, and your intuition will tell you how to do this. This kind of wisdom could be something that comes to you in a dream even, and it could have something to do with addictions or letting go of toxicity, cleansing, purifying the soul. Definitely strong psychic abilities that you don't see coming, a oneness with source, a strong inner knowing about something that is otherworldly. You don't know where it comes from, and all you can do is rely on your intuition and step into the unknown without being able to physically see with your eyes the results. You're just going to know that this is something that you really have to pull off. And it could have something even to do with questions that haven't been answered before, or you weren't able to answer them through books or other kinds of scholarly knowledge or through other people. You're going to be that person that you needed, that you didn't have, and you're going to be that person to other people. And this all had to happen through you, and whatever you've been through up until here was preparing you for this moment. Six of Wands, and it's leading you to a victory and success. Acknowledgement, but also being an inspiration to other people. You're meant to inspire all these people, right? With your knowledge. Is this a lemur? Madagascar? The movie could be significant, or the place. Africa. If this is not a lemur, please correct me, but it does kind of look like that animal. You're meant to inspire other people and create a new council here on earth even. And maybe even counsel people. Could be part of your destiny here and your purpose. King of Cups, it's about inspiring people with your love, with your heart. Inspiring people to follow their hearts. Leading by example by following your own heart. Being an example of love on this earth. So your counsel is a counsel of love. Nine of Wands, it seems like you've been through a lot. And you're meant to inspire people who have been through a lot. Inspire them to keep going. To not give up. And your counsel doesn't want you to give up either. King of Pentacles, it seems like whatever you're going to do is also going to establish you very well in the physical world, meaning materially, meaning health-wise, meaning financially. It's leading you to stability. I'm seeing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo signs here. Could be somewhere in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. Four of Wands, and ultimately stability and bliss in the household, and bringing stability and bliss to other households. So I don't know if you work in real estate, building, finances, or something to do with marriages or couples or happy families. But what I think you don't see coming as well, icing on top of the cake here for you, is a happy, stable household, stability, financial, health-wise as well. Physical stability as well in terms of a house, or buying a house, or being able to pay off a house, or finding a house to live in, and feeling really good about where you are and where you're going, and feeling good about the fact that you didn't give up, and you're going to be an inspiring example for other people as well. Now, for some of you, what you don't see coming is that is a husband or you becoming a husband and being with a higher level soulmate in a marriage, if that's something you want. Someone who is very compatible with you and feeling like you've made it, like success, right? Your hard work is paying off. So you've been working hard towards something, and that hard work will pay off, okay? New moon in Capricorn. You will see a new beginning where you feel like life will become a lot lighter around the last week of December. Now, I know for some of you, depending on when you're watching it, this video, it could seem like a very long time, but it's not really. For all this prosperity to come your way and stability and bliss and all these changes to happen, it may take all that time. But if when you get there, it's not going to seem like it's been that long at all to implement whatever this is. You could have a moon in Capricorn or some important placement in Capricorn, such as Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, South Node or North Node. Ooh, and I was talking about South Nodes and North Nodes, and we have the North Node there. Step out of your comfort zone. I will say this, though. I will say this. You don't see this coming, but you kind of have to have already moved out of your comfort zone to make this happen, or you will have to. This is really calling you to move out of a comfort zone right now. And you know, you will kind of want to do that already because it seems like your comfort zone has become uncomfortable. And you know, the North Node has something to do with your life purpose. So it seems like you're going to be stepping into your life purpose. And because of that, you're going to enter the most fulfilling and rewarding chapter of your life. But this does encompass a temporary discomfort. So you need to really ask yourself, do I want all this stability and prosperity? And because if so, then I have to go through a temporary discomfort. But then you get so highly rewarded for doing that. If you don't know what your life purpose is and you'd like to find out, I do make life purpose reports based on your natal tropical astrological chart. If you're interested in that, you can find my email in the description box and I'll send you all the information. But again, either this is happening because you've already stepped out of your comfort zone or you're about to. A new beginning is coming, yes, a new start, and then we have the new moon. So the next new moon is going to be very significant here. So not only that new moon in Capricorn, so last week of December, but also the next new moon. So maybe that is the next new moon for you, or is the next new moon from when you're watching this video. Right now, what's being asked of you is to be assertive. And this may make you uncomfortable if you are especially used to pleasing people or not ruffling feathers, or if you have issues creating boundaries with people. Now is the time to start thinking about it. Stand up for your beliefs. Only say yes if you want to say yes. Say no if you need to say no, because you know you can say no in a loving and kind way. But if that makes you uncomfortable, that is definitely something that you need to look into in terms of how can I be assertive, and you know, tips on how to be assertive, guidance on how to be assertive in a way that makes sense to you, because you're going to need it right now. If you want to be able to experience this whole reality that has just been described to you. So that was your reading, guys. It was a pleasure to read for you. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. And if you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in my description box here on this video. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so this is so interesting. I think the last 3 pick-a cards that I uploaded on this channel all had a hummingbird as an option for the cards. I'm just going to check because I think this is true. These were shuffled very randomly. Oh no, it was the last three, two of them had the hummingbird. And in the two that I already uploaded, the hummingbird is in first place, and they're all from different decks. This is different decks. This was completely random, but now I'm just realizing this hummingbird is coming up a lot. But this hummingbird is in the third position, so something is telling me that a lot of you have watched those hummingbirds before in those pick-a cards, and you've made some kind of progress ever since. So what don't you see coming with the hummingbird here? Okay, so the number 26 could be relevant, the number 8, so stable prosperity is what you don't see coming. The number 26 came out in option 2, so there could be a message there for you, or was it option 1? Was it option 2 or option 1? I even think it was option 1. It was 26, 28. Exactly. I think it was option 1. So there, and again, the hummingbirds were option 1 in the other two pick-a cards. So yeah, pile 1 definitely has a message for you. But you know, the hummingbird is a great journeyer. They migrate between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. So that could be significant to you, that these territories or this whole migration thing. So for some of you, there is a journey or a migration process going on for you. The hummingbird is quite territorial to protect its home, but they do it in a way that is gentle as well. There's something about protecting their personal space, so there's something about you protecting your personal space, and there's something about the way that the vibration they create when they flutter their wings that is high vibrational. So I feel pile 3, you guys are very high vibrational. You've already reached a level of stable vibration in the higher form, if that makes sense. Humming could be significant to you. Maybe you hum a lot. Maybe you're about to embark on an epic quest. It could involve travel or not. It seems like you're letting go of old pain, trauma, and now you're headed for better. It seems like on your journey and in this whole process of spiritual ascension, which I think is what I'm seeing here, you've learned to trust your intuition. You've learned to follow your intuition. It's like you're being prepared to say yes to a new adventure here, and it's not a time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust that the moment is right now to take the bold action, and trust that success will be assured. Even if you're going to face some tests and challenges to reach your destination, all will be well. And all is in the small, so it's in the small steps that you take. It doesn't have to be big steps. If you take lots of small steps, that amounts to a big step. It's about stillness and motion. There's a lot happening and moving energetically for you. And there's a sweet nectar on the other side of this journey. And failing to act when the moment is right can spoil that journey. So if you feel that your safety, your comfort, your day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to this invitation to explore the unknown, there may be some more work you need to do to achieve what will be offered to you freely right now. It's time to still your mind, even in the midst of maybe what could be a hectic schedule for you, and to allow your intuition to come through and to allow yourself to test these new wings. Your pile, now that this message has come through, is definitely connected to pile 1. And you're going to tell me how in the comment section after you watch pile 1 as well, okay? How teachable are you? Yes. So Maybe there's still something here that you need to learn or teach yourself. It could have something to do with a musical instrument, doesn't have to be. Maybe if you do allow yourself to learn or play a musical instrument, there's going to be some energy that moves as a consequence of that, that would then unlock that adventure for you. For others of you, there's a lesson here that you still haven't incorporated, or maybe you have, but there's a cycle closing for you here. There's definitely a cycle closing, and the universe is asking you, do you really want this? Are you willing to learn what you have to benefit from this, to get to the nectar? Are you willing to do the work? Or are you going to stay as is? The desert, yeah. Well, look, sometimes it's a lonely path to say yes to an adventure, and the desert means that you're not going to be able to take some things that make you feel sustained or safe or whatever, or things you're used to, and it's going to feel lonely and dry, and like it's almost like a blank canvas as well that this adventure is going to fill for you. But it's almost like, do you want to stay in the desert, or do you want to fill that desert with color and water and life, or is the desert all you want to experience? Because even if you feel like you have to cross a desert to and that's part of the adventure to get to the nectar, you may tell me, look, I don't want to cross that desert. I don't want to go through that. I just want to stay as is. Well, then it seems that what you're already in a sort of a desert, if that makes sense. So it's not going to be that different. And maybe you needed to hear this. The number 37 could be relevant to you, the number 10 and the number 1. Yeah, I mean, the moon here I feel is representing your subconscious, your fears, maybe fears connected to the subconscious. So it could be there's something there about letting go of fears that you may need to unlock, and I do speak about that in option 1 as well. So definitely refer back to option 1 if you want to know more about your fears and how to tackle them in this whole process. The question is, are you going to let your fears get the best of you, or are you going to live your best life, basically? That is the question that is being posed to you today. And, you know, with this handout, I'm seeing quicksand. There's a solution to get out of this quicksand. And the quicksand here, I feel, represents your fears. If you were in the situation where you were in quicksand and only thing sticking out would be your hand, if you had a magical solution to get rid of the quicksand, aka the fear, at a snap of a finger, would you do it? You know, how teachable are you? Are you willing to learn how to do it? Are you willing to practice that? Put it in practice. Because if you're able to get rid of the fear by putting something you learn into practice, which could be, you know, positive affirmations, you do this, the quicksand is gone. You don't even have to pull yourself out of it because the quicksand is gone. Pluto. Yes, it seems like what you don't see coming is a whole transformation, a renewal. But you're going to have to get all of your inner resources together, gather your resources, so to speak, reclaim your personal power, allow yourself to evolve, allow yourself to clear away what you need to clear away, put yourself through a death and a rebirth, to feel the extremes, to find discipline where you don't find the motivation, so motivation follows. Because it seems like, especially now that Pluto has moved into another sign, I'm not going to discuss with anyone what that sign is because some people will see it from a tropical or a Vedic perspective. I'm not going to get into that. But Pluto did change signs, right? And with that, there are changes that will occur on a big level for many people on the planet. And that has a special influence on you right now. It seems like you are reinventing yourself, your life is being re-edited, and it's a matter of reclaiming your personal power, really. And so it's an intense time for everyone. Are you going to stay still and feel the intensity, or are you going to move forward while you feel the intensity? It's up to you. Are you going to allow this transformation and take advantage of the energy of transformation, or are you just going to stay still? Again, it's up to you. 7 of Cups. You seem like you're confused right now. It seems like it could be that there will be many options presented to you, put in front of you. But look at that heart sticking out of that cup there. Your heart knows the way. It's no shadow of a doubt. The only thing that could bring doubt is fears, and fears live in the mind. So if you overthink this, chances are you give in to fear, because that's where the devil operates, in your mind, nowhere else, right? So if the devil is in your mind and can get the best of you if you overthink, if you switch off the overthinking and start moving and doing and practicing, learning something, doing something, then chances are what your heart wants is going to become so much clearer. And the decision is going to be easy because you're going to make a decision based on love and not based on fear. So ask yourself, if you made the decision based on love, what would you do? And that's where you get clarity, your answer, the sun. Everything becomes clear. Everything becomes warm and joyful and high vibrational. And there's a clear path ahead toward growth and creativity and lightheartedness and playfulness and joy, right? Crops growing under the sun then brings a harvest. Justice. This is your karmic justice coming. It could be with a physical contract. Now, with the bat being here, this is giving you a sign that there is a change. But again, to change is up to you. You either take the change or you let it go. It's your decision. Are you going to bring your life justice and balance and equilibrium, or are you going to stay as is? The bat gives you the choice to change or to stay the same. It is up to you. Libra energy, Leo energy, Scorpio energy could be in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. The Moon, Cancerian energy, could be in one of these placements as well. Subconscious triggers and fears. Again, what you don't see coming is your fears will be illuminated. Your subconscious triggers will be illuminated. Stuff that has been stored in your subconscious is coming out to be seen by you. Are you going to acknowledge it, or are you going to deny it? Are you going to do something about it, or are you going to ignore it? Again, it's up to you. It's not easy to work on your fears. Well, it is. But it's not easy to face your fears, but it is. Again, it takes a decision, and it takes some work, and it takes setting the attention to do so. Are you going to do it? Right? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune favors the brave, the universe favors the bold, right? If you do the work, if you take the leap of faith, if you follow your heart, the universe will then come in and assist you. But the universe needs you to take that first step. They need to see a clear signal from you that you're willing to work through your fears, to let go of the fear, that you're willing to put in the work, to learn whatever you have to learn, to allow life, your intuition, the higher realms, whatever, to teach you that it's going to take allowing yourself the transformation for the universe to step in and move things faster for you. Because once you take that first step, the universe will then take 10 steps for you. And then you're going to have to take another 2 steps, and the universe will take 20 steps for you. That's how it works. That's how you set the wheel in motion. But if you're stagnant, you're not giving the wheel that little push, and you need to give the wheel that little push. It's like signaling the universe, okay, I need your help, and you're going to help me. Thank you. But you need to be able to look at the bigger picture. If you're so worried about the little details and the this and the that and the fears, you're going to miss the bigger picture. You're going to miss the nectar. Sagittarius is a sign connected to Jupiter, and Jupiter wants to expand. It's the benevolent universe working for you. So, are you going to allow the universe to step in and assist you, or are you going to refuse that nectar that the universe so generously wants to pour into your life? I feel mid-June is going to be a significant time where you're going to close a big cycle in your life with that full moon in Sagittarius. Then we have a new romantic cycle beginning for you around the last weeks of September. That's going to mean different things for different people regarding, depending on what your situation is, whether you're single, in a relationship, wanting to spice things up, wanting to let it go, wanting new, being in a relationship, being out of a relationship. It's up to you. Renewing a cycle of romance. But that new romantic cycle, and I'm seeing Libra energy very strongly here now, Sagittarius as well, that new romantic cycle seems to be starting around the last week of September for you. So closing a big cycle in June, opening a new cycle in September, okay? And the new cycle being open in the last week of September seems to be a romantic cycle, but it's going to take you really wanting this to be able to benefit and experience the nectar that comes from it, okay? And this may involve a contract, this new romantic cycle. For some of you, there's a marriage contract or a marriage proposal here in the works, in secret. Conclusions are within reach. You're going to be able to see the forest for the trees. The next full moon eclipse is going to be very significant here for you. And then we have debt paid off. That seems very different from the whole message, but I feel your karmic debt will be paid off, whatever that is for you. And if you have any other kind of debt in your life, it seems like that old weight of and habit of debt is going to be lifted from your life. So there you go. That's always a good thing to see here when you have your debt paid off. And I feel that's going to happen until June. So whether it's financial debt, karmic debt, June, okay? That's when your debt will be paid off. And then I feel, again, with this new romantic cycle beginning last week of September, that is another pointer for someone out there. But again, what you need to do right now is maybe rewatch this whole pile to see how this information fits in. Anyways, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel, helps you bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye.